Hello, this is Dr. Linda Martinez-Louie. I want to speak with you about how narcissistic relatives rampage through entire families. Narcissists have neither limits of decency nor respect for other human beings, including family members. One narcissist allowed to bully himself freely over decades can psychologically decimate many members of one family. One of the worst constellations is the mother-father narcissistic duo. Children of these unions have it very tough. Even as small children, life is not centered on them. It is all about their selfish, self-absorbed, cold, and often enraged narcissistic parents. Children from these families learn survival skills the hard way. It is very difficult when they come to the realization that their parents were incapable of genuinely loving them. And I hear from clients so often who have these kinds of parents. And time after time, decade after decade, this grown child has to keep coming to the conclusion that he or she was unloved by the narcissistic parent or parents. Those who are more fortunate often turn to an older brother or sister who substitute as a surrogate parent. These children do feel loved and protected by the older sibling and grow knowing there is at least one person they can trust and count on. In some cases, the narcissist is a golden child, boy or girl, selected by the mother or father, often narcissistic, as superior to all the other family members. He is treated like a member of royalty. This podcast refers to male and female narcissistic personalities. All talk and adulation by the parents is about him or her. If this child has talent, is bright or gifted in other ways, are perhaps very attractive or athletically excellent, he is the center of attention and given everything he wants. Narcissistic parents allow these blooming narcissists to treat their siblings cruelly. They ignore the extreme bullying that chronically occurs and can cause severe psychological damage to brothers and sisters who are frequent victims of this horrible abuse. The narcissistic parents are oblivious to these dreadful patterns of cruelty. And in these cases, the blooming narcissist, golden child, has no limits placed on them by the narcissistic parent or parents, and therefore does not develop a conscience and has no sense of boundaries at all. The narcissistic parents are oblivious to these patterns, as I said, of terrorizing siblings. In some cases, the parents join in and belittle the children who are imperfect, taunting them, punishing them unjustly, and making their lives absolutely miserable. Many of the victims of growing up in a narcissistic family spend years in the healing process. Some do find that psychotherapy with a skilled, empathic clinician can be helpful to them to recognize that they grew up in a war zone, that they have navigated all of their lives. Remember, though, in choosing a psychotherapist, be very careful. Do your research and interview a number of them. There are psychotherapists who are narcissists themselves. This is quite unusual, but it certainly does happen. On the other hand, there are excellent psychotherapists that an individual could interview. But this is a very personal decision, and I think we have to honor the individual and their decision about whether to see a psychotherapist formally or not. Now, in many cases, the children of narcissists end any contact with their narcissistic mothers or fathers or other relatives that are narcissists. After all, there are no authentic relationships here because there can be no authenticity with narcissists, even if they are your mother or father. Discovering and learning to lead their lives on their own terms opens those who have been abused as children and as adults, opens them to the full use of their gifts and talents and the awareness that they are fully capable of loving others on a deep level. Many modalities of healing are available, and these involve daily practices that you can learn. First of all, by putting yourself as the primary person. As a child growing up with a narcissistic mother or father, you are never allowed to simply appreciate who you are as an individual and to honor yourself and to learn self-care. So this is something that you can learn at any point in your life, so begin now. And this means daily. Get the sleep that you need, the rest that you require. Do activities that bring you joy. Spend time in the nature environment that you have available to you. Some individuals find that practicing spontaneous writing by simply writing down without editing what you're feeling, thinking, perceiving is extremely valuable. You're kind of letting things flow in a natural way. Listening to lovely music is a form of calming yourself and putting yourself in the restorative part of the nervous system, the parasympathetic. Taking time to do such activities as restorative yoga for some individuals is very helpful, with emphasis on the calm breathing, again, which puts you into the parasympathetic nervous system. You will find individuals along the way on your journey of healing that you can trust and who respect you as a person. So remember, those who thrive after the narcissistic family wars deserve our respect and our deep congratulations. You are a precious individual who continues to evolve and grow each day.